Hello guys! Once again, my name is Jan, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about correlation analysis. As mentioned in regression analysis, learners would learn to estimate the parameters of the predicted regression model and how to fit the least square or the best fit line. However, regression analysis does not measure how strong or how weak the relationship between two variables is. The strength and even the direction of the relationship between two variables can be measured using correlation analysis. Correlation analysis attempts to measure the strength of the relationship between two random variables by means of a single number called a correlation coefficient. The Pearson correlation coefficient measures the strength of the relationship between two variables x and y, which can be estimated by the sample correlation coefficient, which is denoted by R. The estimated sample correlation coefficient denoted by R is given by the following formula. R equals n times the summation of x times y minus the summation of x times the summation of y all over the square root of n times summation of x squared minus the square of x times n times the summation of y squared minus the square of the summation of y, which can also be manually solved using this formula. R equals s sub xy over the square root of s sub xx times s sub yy, where s sub xx equals the summation of x squared minus the square of the summation of x over n. S sub yy equals summation of y squared minus the square of the summation of y over n. And s sub xy equals the summation of x times y minus the summation of x times summation of y over n. Now let's take note of these remarks. The Pearson correlation coefficient R ranges from -1 to +1. An R close to +1 indicates a positively high linear relationship between the two variables x and y. That is, if the value of y increases, then the value of x also increases. An R close to -1 indicates a negatively high linear relationship between the sample values. That is, the value of x increases as the value of y decreases. An R near to 0 means that there is a lack of linearity between the two variables, or there is no linear relationship between them. But take note that this doesn't mean that they are not associated at all. Once again, the correlation coefficient R is used to measure the strength and direction of the linear relationship between two quantitative variables. A suggested guideline for interpreting the correlation coefficient R is given in this table below. So, if R is between -0.25 to 0 or 0 to positive 0.25, x and y have a weak linear relationship. And if R falls between -0.5 to -0.25 or 0.25 to positive 0.5, x and y have a fair degree of linear relationship. And if R falls between -0.75 to -0.5 or 0.5 to positive 0.75, x and y have a moderate or good linear relationship. And lastly, if r is between -1 to -0.75 or positive 0.75 to positive 1, then the two variables have a strong linear relationship. Same with the regression analysis. In correlation analysis, we will also be using the scatter plot. And in the next slide, I will be showing to you examples of scatter plots with their corresponding values of R. This first plot shows a perfect positive correlation. That is R equals positive 1. The next plot shows a strong positive correlation. That is R is approximately equal to 0.8. Next, this plot shows a positive correlation. That is R is approximately equal to 0.6. Next plot, this shows a strong negative correlation. That is R is approximately equal to negative 0.9. This next plot shows also a negative correlation, but R is approximately equal to negative 0.5. And lastly, this scatter plot shows a little or no linear correlation. That is, R is approximately equal to 0. Okay, so from these scatter plots, we can observe that as R gets closer to either -1 or +1, the data points also gets closer to the best fit line. And as R gets closer to 0, the data points spread apart, away from the line. Let us have this example. Given the ordered pairs below, 2.5, 3.4, 3, 4.9, 3.3, 5.5, 3.5, 6.6, 3.8, 7, 4, 7.7, 4.2, 8.3, and 4.5, 8.7. Letter A, draw a scatter plot. And letter B, solve for the correlation coefficient and interpret. The number of ordered pairs in this example is 8. That is, n is equal to 8. First, let's organize the data in columns as shown below and find the sum of each column. First, write down the values of x and y based on the given ordered pairs. Then, multiply each of the value of the ordered pair x and y and add another column for it. So we have another column for x times y. Then add another column for x squared. That is, we need to take the squares of all the x's. And lastly, we also need to add a column for y squared. That is, we need to take the squares of all the y's. Then further, get the sum of each of the column. So we have summation of x equals 28.8, summation of y equals 52.1, summation of x times y equals 195.86, summation of x squared equals 106.72, and lastly, summation of y squared equals 362.25. And once again, kindly verify these values by using your own calculator. And please take a screenshot, for we will be using these summations later, as what we did in the regression analysis. And now to answer A, we need to draw the scatter plot of the given ordered pairs. We only need to plot the ordered pairs in the xy plane, where x is placed in the horizontal axis and y is in the vertical axis. So the scatter plot of x and y can be shown by this plot. And this plot shows that x and y have a positive or direct linear relationship. And if we want to draw a line, the data points are close to the line. This gives us a hint that the correlation coefficient R must be close to positive 1. And now let's proceed to letter B. Before solving R, let us first solve for S sub xx, S sub yy, and S sub xy. S sub xx equals, so using the formula that we have, this is equal to summation of x squared minus the square of the summation of x over n. And summation of x squared and summation of x can be found in the table in the previous line that we have. So that is equal to 106.72 minus 28.88 square over 8. And using your calculator, that is equal to 3.04. Then, S sub yy equals, we have this formula, summation of y squared minus square of the summation of y over n. And again, these summations can be found in the table that I have shown you. So that is equal to 362.25 minus 52.1 squared over 8. And using your calculator, that is equal to 22.95. And lastly, S sub xy, and that is equal to this formula, the summation of x times y minus the summation of x times summation of y over n, and that is equal to 195.86 minus 28.8 times 52.1 over 8, and that is equal to 8.3. Now we can solve for R, and R is equal to this formula, S sub xy over the square root of S sub xx times S sub yy, and that is equal to 8.3 over the square root of 3.04 times 22.95. And again, using your calculator, that is equal to 0.994. So, since R is very close to positive 1, x and y have a positively strong linear relationship. That is, as x increases, y also increases.